Saint Therese of Lisieux, affectionately known as the Little Flower, was born on January 2nd, 1873, in the town of Alençon, Normandy, France. She was the youngest of 9 children born to Louis and Zélie Martin, both of whom were later canonized as saints in 2015. The Martins were a deeply religious family, and their home was rooted in love and faith. However, only 5 of their children survived infancy, and Therese grew up in a home shaped by both happiness and heartache. When Therese was just 4 years old, her mother, Zélie, passed away, leaving a deep wound in the young girl's heart. This loss profoundly influenced her spirituality, shaping her understanding of God's love. Therese's father, Louis, a kind and devout man, raised his daughters with great care, and her older sisters, who were also devoted to the faith, became maternal figures in her life. From an early age, Therese displayed a unique sensitivity to the things of God. She was known for her sweetness, gentleness, and a deep longing to be close to God. Despite her desire for holiness, she often struggled with feelings of inadequacy and doubts about her worthiness to serve him. Therese's spiritual journey took a pivotal turn when, at the age of 9, she fell seriously ill. Bedridden and gravely weak, her condition worsened, and doctors feared for her life. Yet, during this time of suffering, she experienced a profound spiritual awakening. On Christmas Eve, she described feeling an overwhelming surge of grace that healed her physically and spiritually. This experience filled her with peace and trust in God, and it marked the beginning of a deep and personal relationship with Him. As Therese's faith grew, she felt a strong calling to dedicate her life fully to God. At just 14 years old, she made the brave decision to enter the Carmelite convent in Lisieux, despite her fragile health and her father's initial concerns. Therese knew that God was calling her, and she was determined to answer. Therese entered the Carmelite convent in Lisieux in April 1888, at the age of 15. The convent was a place of prayer, contemplation, and strict discipline. Though the transition was difficult, Therese embraced the life of austerity and devotion wholeheartedly. Her time in the convent was marked by simplicity, humility, and constant prayer. One of the most remarkable aspects of Therese's life was her commitment to what she called the little way of holiness. Unlike saints known for great miracles or heroic acts, Therese believed that true sanctity could be found in the small, everyday actions of life. She taught that God does not call us to perform extraordinary feats, but to show love and devotion in our ordinary lives. This simple but powerful spirituality became the foundation of her teachings. Therese's spirituality centered around the little way, which she described as a path of spiritual childhood, where one approaches God with the trust and simplicity of a child. She believed that even the smallest acts of love, whether through daily chores, sacrifices, or kindness to others, could be offered to God as a path to holiness. As she wrote in her autobiography, The Story of a Soul, "I will seek my way to heaven by love. I will not be afraid to take the little path. I will follow Jesus, who is the way, the truth, and the life." For Therese, holiness wasn't about grand gestures. It was about being faithful to God in every little thing. Though she was young, Therese faced great physical challenges, particularly her battle with tuberculosis, which she developed at 21. As her health deteriorated, Therese's body became weaker, but her faith remained strong. She embraced her suffering as a means to grow closer to God, writing, "I am not afraid of suffering. I see only love in it. It is a gift from God to purify my soul." Her acceptance of suffering as a means of purification and her unwavering trust in God's will became a powerful testament to her profound spirituality. Therese passed away on September 30th, 1897, at the age of 24. Surrounded by the nuns of her convent, her death was peaceful, and her body remained incorrupt, a miraculous sign of her holiness. In 1925, just 28 years after her death, she was canonized by Pope Pius XI, recognizing her extraordinary holiness despite her short life and humble circumstances. Today, Saint Therese is one of the most beloved saints in the Catholic Church. Her writings, especially The Story of a Soul, have been translated into many languages and continue to inspire countless people. She is considered a patroness of missionaries, florists, and those striving for spiritual simplicity. Her life and teachings remind us that holiness is not reserved for the great or famous, but is available to anyone willing to love God with simplicity and faith. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like, comment, share the video, and subscribe the channel.